Hi, Brother have given us 4 new fabric projects in ScanNCut Canvas. So in this video today, I thought we'd just have a quick look at them. Basically, it's the same project twice. So the first file here is applique coaster. It just has the applique piece that you can iron onto your fabric and then sew round. And then the second design is the same applique cup but with added embroidery. And then on this one here you've got the applique teacup, and then again you've got the teacup but with added embroidery. So if I just look at the teacup for now, and if I select this one, you'll see when you click on this, there's a video that gives you an explanation of how to make up the project. There's a PDF. If you look at the PDF file, you will see that it tells you what to do. So it's a written instruction as opposed to the video, which is a visual instruction. And then underneath here you've got download all parts, and it shows you what you get in this particular chosen file. So you just get the teapot, and then you can download it, save it, and then open it in ScanNCut Canvas. If you come to this one, the one with the embroidery detail, again you've got the video, you've got the recipe, and then it says download all parts. So you would select this and download it, and I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to show you. Basically it's a file, and if I double click and open the file, there's a JPEG image showing you what that you're going to be making. There's an FCM cutting file, and then there's an embroidery file. So I'm just going to go into a new project in ScanNCut Canvas, and I'm going to go to the SVG icon, which lets me open or import SVG and FCM files. I'm going to choose this folder that's on my desktop here. You can see I've got it 000126, and that's the same as I've got showing here. And this is the cut file, so I'm going to select it and say choose. Shows I've got the right file there, and say OK. And that is the cutting file. So you just need to give it a name, download it. It will drop into your downloads folder, or mine drops into my downloads folder on a Mac. If you use a Windows based file, just download the file as you would any other cutting file. Okay, so that then gives you the ability to be able to put that file onto a USB stick or transfer it to your machine wirelessly if you have that facility, and you can then cut this in fabric to use with the embroidery file. And then, as I say, in this folder you've also got the embroidery file. Now the embroidery files will be in PES format, PES, because that's the generic Brother format. And if you have a Brother machine, then you just again put this PES file onto your embroidery machine as you would any other, so either via USB stick or how you do it. But for me, I use a Janome machine, and my files are JEF files. So if you use maybe a Husqvarna or any other type of machine, you'll want to change the embroidery file that you get in this folder to the format to suit your machine. I'm going to show you how I do it for my file, and you should have the ability to be able to do the same with yours. I use Embrilliance Essentials, which I've got open here. I'll just make this a little bit smaller so it fits on the screen better. And the generic size that I use for my hoop is 5.5 by 5.5. That's my smallest hoop, and that's 140 by 140. So I'm going to open this PES file in my Embrilliance software, and I'm going to resave it as a JEF file, which will then enable me to be able to stitch it out on my Janome machine. So I'm going to go to this folder up here, which is open. I'll just show you how it normally comes in. Mine kind of normally defaults to the desktop. There's the folder. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to choose the PES file, and down here I've got select the type of file to open, and I've got embroidery files in mine. You could have other things in yours, but mine just defaults to embroidery files. So I'm going to choose the PES file. It gives me a preview of what I'm about to open. It tells me how many stitches, how many colours, and the size. And as you can see here, it's 4 7/8 by 6 1/16, which is bigger than the hoop I've got on my screen, but that doesn't matter at the moment. So I'm going to say open, and that's now brought in the PES stitch file. So if I want to stitch this on my machine, I know that I'm going to have to use my bigger hoop. So I'm going to go into my preferences, scroll down and choose my bigger hoop, which is 170 by 200. Say apply and OK. And that's now put this embroidery file on my hoop. I can select it and choose center design in hoop just in case it isn't, but it is already. Then what I need to do now is save this file and download it in my file format, which is, as I say, JEF. So I go to File, Save As, I give it a name, so I'll just rename it. Instead of my design, I'll call it Teapot. And it's already saving it in the JEF format because that's what my default is. But again, if you wanted to save yours as a Husqvarna file or any of these other files, you can do. You just choose in Embrilliance Essentials, this is how you do it. And I would think that most embroidery software will work the same. So it's Teapot JEF. I know it's a JEF file. I'm going to save it on the desktop so I know where it is, and I'm going to click save. So I'll just get rid of that. And now I've got this Teapot JEF file, and I've also got a working file. Embrilliance Essential gives you a file called BE, which is basically your working file, but I don't really need that. So this way now I've turned an Embroidery PES file into a JEF file. I can now put this on my USB stick and open this in my Janome machine and stitch out this pattern on this fabric once I've cut the fabric, obviously. So I hope you found that helpful. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you don't already do so. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.